For the last 20 years or so, our social lives have basically been trapped behind glass. But what if they could break free? Today, we're going to dive into a massive shift in how we connect, moving from a digital feed into our physical reality, all thanks to augmented reality.
And this really gets to the heart of it. Right now, social media is mostly passive, right? You're just scrolling a feed. But tomorrow, it becomes an active experience. We're talking about sharing a world. It's this huge leap from just watching other people's lives to actually participating in a shared, digitally enhanced reality with. So that brings us to our first big idea, social media's next dimension. Let's really dig into what it means when our social networks are no longer stuck inside our phones and laptops.
Okay, so what exactly is augmented reality? Let's get on the same page. It's not about building a completely new fake world. AR is all about taking our world, the one right in front of you, and adding these cool digital layers on top of it, text, images, even interactive 3D objects. It just enhances what's already there.
And this right here is a super important distinction. You see, virtual reality, or VR, replaces your world. It puts you in a totally digital bubble. But AR enhances it. And that little difference is everything for social connection. AR keeps you present, right here in your physical space, with the people around you. That makes it the perfect tool for building communities, not for escaping from them.
All right, let's move on and see how this all builds up. Because when most of us think of AR and social media today, our minds probably jump to those fun photo filters, right? But the real transformation here, it goes so much deeper. We are talking about a complete overhaul of how we experience things online.
The first huge shift is this concept of shared presence. I want you to picture this. You and a friend are standing in your living room, and you're both working on a 3D model of a new car that's just floating there in the air between you. Or maybe you're playing a game where little digital characters are running across your actual coffee table. See? AR creates this powerful sense of being together because we can interact with the same digital stuff in the same space at the exact same time. And this idea of presence isn't just for people in the same room. Think bigger, way bigger. AR could give you real-time translations that pop up like subtitles in your vision when you're talking to someone from another country. I mean, this technology could literally break down language barriers and help create truly global communities where understanding is just instant. It's amazing. Now, here's where it gets really interesting on a local level. Imagine walking through your neighborhood and seeing these digital memory markers that other people have left behind. Maybe a note about a historic event that happened right where you're standing, or a community announcement about a block party this weekend. It creates this hyper-local social layer, tying our digital lives directly to the places we actually live. It blurs the line between a public space and a shared memory.
But, this incredible future doesn't just happen. It needs to be built. So for our third section, let's talk about the architects of this new reality and look at what it actually takes on a tech level to build a social network that's ready for AR. According to Linkspreed, it really boils down to 4 key pillars. First, you need to handle 3D spatial data. That just means the network has to understand objects in a 3D space, not just flat pictures. Second, you need a super fast, low latency infrastructure, so those shared experiences feel totally seamless, with zero lag. Third, it's got to work on everything, from our phones today to the AR glasses of tomorrow. And finally, you need flexible APIs. Think of them as toolkits that let creators easily build their own AR experiences on top of the platform. Okay, that was a lot of tech talk, but why should a community creator or an entrepreneur actually care about all that complicated stuff? Well, it all comes down to getting a serious competitive edge. Let's break down what AR infrastructure really means for the people building and running online communities. The number one advantage is just insane user engagement. These immersive, interactive AR features are naturally sticky. I mean, when people can actively do something instead of just passively scrolling, they stay on longer and they come back way more often. For any online community, that increase in daily use is the holy grail. And of course, that high engagement opens up totally new ways to generate revenue. For instance, community owners could start selling virtual goods, like cool digital AR decorations for a user's room. Brands could create immersive ads that are actually fun to play with. And you could offer premium exclusive AR spaces that are only for paying members. We're talking about revenue streams that just don't exist on the 2D platforms we use today. And the benefits just keep coming. Building on an AR-ready platform basically future-proofs your community, so you're not left in the dust when AR glasses go mainstream. It boosts your brand identity, makes you look super innovative, and helps you attract a more tech-savvy, forward-thinking audience. It puts you right on the cutting edge.
So, let's bring this all together in our final section, Your World Augmented. If there's one thing you take away from all this, it should be this. The future of how we connect with each other is going to be fundamentally experiential. This quote from Linkspreed really puts the massive scale of this change into perspective. Just think for a second about how much the smartphone changed everything about social media. Well, this shift to AR, it's on track to be just as huge, completely changing how we interact with each other and the world itself.
And that leaves us with one last really big question to think about. When our friendships and our social circles are no longer contained behind a screen, but are actually woven into the fabric of our physical world, what will it truly mean to be connected?